But, off the top of my head, it was in March of 1930. And a group of women here in Easton realized, obviously, this was the Great Depression, and there were a lot of needy people in town, especially women and children. So they got together for the purpose of serving them. And the small group was 7 or 8 to begin with, and they started to sew garments for the children in the area. They sold, I think that at some point it was about 1,000 garments they made over time. But then they decided to form a women's club, and I'm not sure the exact date that we held the first meeting. I'd have to check my notes, but they signed up 199 women at the elementary school. And so we officially, our beginning date was in early of 1930s. If you want any history on the house, the land was deeded back in the late 1600s to somebody from the King of England. But the original owner of note was a man named James Price, who was the Registrar of Wills and the Justice of the Peace in Easton. And what we call the frame part of the house was built in 1793. And he moved in with, was not married, but he was the guardian of a young girl. And then he moved in with, it appears to be a servant, a black servant, and her little girl. And over that time, within a couple of years, he started to build the brick house. And he worked in the courthouse as it was being built. So our house is built out of the same bricks as the courthouse.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so the two houses were there, 1793, 1803. Over that time, he married, had children. There were other people on the property, as many as 7 or 8 to 9 apprentices, what could have been slaves. And then it kind of went into disrepair after he died. One of his daughters, I believe, sold it to the Women's Club in 1947 for $40.
We still have the same vision as the women that started, and we want to do good in our community. We want to help. We want to serve, and we want to have that friendship, and we want to have that time, that bonding with other women and other organizations in the community, especially the other organizations that have needs. I mean, we are a 501c3, so we're a nonprofit as well, but we are there to help those in the community, and sometimes that means helping other nonprofits in our community to reach those that we would like that are in need.
And I will just, out of my own personal experience, and I've noticed this with newcomers, I moved to the area and knew absolutely no one, and it was during COVID. And my first friend was the past president of the Talbot County Women's Club, because I saw that they were recruiting, and I just retired, so I thought, I've never been in a women's club, but this lady seems very nice. And I became involved because of that. And we often see new members when they get up to introduce themselves that they're new to the area, and they were looking for a social group that has a purpose.
That has a purpose. Yes, exactly. We hear that a lot. Why did you join? What attracted you to this club? And they wanted a reason. They wanted to be able to give back. They wanted to meet new people. They wanted to establish themselves in the community, and also be part of an organization that gives back.
My journey is, I decided to retire in 2021, January. So, because all my workmates all live over in Ridgely, Denton, those type of areas, I wanted to make some friends here. So I got in touch with Nancy and ended up joining the club, and I've been a member ever since. I would like to see the club grow their membership. That is most important for us at the moment. And then I would like to bring that beautiful house back to how it looked, which is going to be difficult because we don't get, our money comes from dues and donations from members. So that would be my greatest. Yes, we've got our 95th anniversary. We're going to hold an open house, and people can come along and see us. We're just going to serve light refreshments, and that is on Sunday, May the 18th, until 5 p.m.